Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Suzanne and this is April's Empties. There's a couple Project Pan items in here that haven't been filmed yet, so just a heads up. And I will put the total and year-to-date on the screen. I haven't added it up yet. I just wanted to get it filmed because I've been running behind on everything. So the first one up is from Murad. It's an Environmental Shield Essential C Cleanser. I cleaned it off but didn't get all of it. So this is an avoid contact with eyes. So I had a sample of it years ago and I liked it, and I got this at a deal. I forgot, maybe BoxyCharm or something. So it was kind of old. Forgot about it. It was in the vanity in the bathroom and it started to smell, I think, a little off. I don't remember what the original smelled like, but I don't remember not liking it that much. So I felt that it went off. So I ended up finishing it on my hands just to get use out of it because it is an expensive product, and it was fine. It was kind of slippery because it really foamed up on the hands, but I don't think I'm going to purchase it again. There's other cleansers that I can use that are not this price point that are fine, and I've been going in with my cellar water after, so that's that. Origins Drink Up Intensive Overnight Hydrating Mask with Avocado. I cut this open, and I do like this. I like Origins products. I just realized that my skin isn't as dry as I thought it was, or it hasn't been as dry as it was even a couple years ago. So I don't really need something this thick. It was some nights it was just too heavy. It was almost made me feel warm. My face feel warm, and I don't need that. This is my second tube, so it's not, I did like it. Like I said, it's just not for my skin type. If you have really dry skin, it probably would be really good for you. And right, I'm sure if there's Origins on sale, it wouldn't be so bad. My Pretty Fresh, again, I cut this open. It wasn't pumping all the way. This is the tinted moisturizer. You can see there's a little bit in the bottom, but it started to, you can probably see in there, it looks really weird. I don't know what that is, so I decided that was it. And I like it. I actually have another tube that I haven't opened yet. Sorry. And I'm happy I got this done. I'm doing pretty well on, what do you call it? The brain fog is real. Foundations. Even though it's a tinted moisturizer, I just call it a foundation. This other one is a deluxe sample I got from e.l.f. When I placed an order. Usually if you spend so much, you get to pick a few things, and this wasn't bad. This is the daily cleanser with hyaluronic acid and ceramides. It was 1 ounce, 30 ml. It wasn't bad. I do like the Holy Hydration line. It's actually pretty good for the price. I can't say it was scented that well. I don't think it even was scented. I'm not sure. My eyes aren't that good to read any of this, but it was actually pretty nice. So I'm just, down the road, once I get through my ton of other cleansers, I might repurchase. This I already repurchased. I have the second. I actually just opened it today. It's the Tarte Shape Tape in Ultra Creamy, and the color is 16N Fair Light Neutral. I got a little bit here. I tried pulling the stopper out and bent my spatula, so I gave up on that. And of course, it looks like there's some at the bottom. I had it upside down, I think, but I am not going to dig it out anymore. I got the new one open, and I also bought the stick version. I know this is Empties, but the Shape Tape Blur that they just came out with. So I got it in the same color. I only used it quickly once, so it seemed nice. So yep, that's another one down, and working on the next one. I really do like that. I was going to switch to like a drugstore brand, but they Ulta had a big sale on it, it's like half price. So I picked up a second one, and and I really do like it. There's some things I don't mind spending the money on if it's something that really, I find that really looks good. I mean, a year or two down the road, it may look awful on me and I have to switch to something else, but for now, it's going to be a repurchase. This is a deluxe sample, I believe, that I got, yeah, because I didn't buy it, so it had to be. It's the First Aid Beauty Bump Eraser for KP Body Scrub with 10% AHA. I do have KP. It's not as bad as it used to be years ago. So it doesn't bother me as much anymore. I mean, I have a little bit on my, like the back of my arms, and I used to have it here once in a while. I will get a bump, but it's nothing major. So if it comes back, I would probably consider buying it because it's nice and it seemed to help a little for the little bit that I have. But right now, I don't need that. But I can definitely see why people buy it. The Belief Aqua Bomb Hydrating Toner. This, I think they might have discontinued this. I mean, it's a toner. I don't know if it's worth the Belief price. I do like Belief products. I have their moisturizers. I got samples of the eye cream. I used to have by the full eye cream, but I was getting Milia, but I'm getting it again. So I don't know what that is. It might be the Ulta eye base, unfortunately. This Boo Bird Pie of Newt Cuticle Cream. Yeah, because it's shea. It has oil, but it has cocoa butter. This is really thick. It's a very strong autumn scent. Well, it's pies, a pie of newt, so I'm trying to figure out what it's not pumpkin, so it's, I don't know, maybe like nutmeg or something. This was actually very good. I didn't tell you who it was from. It's Bluebird Lacquer. I got this in the Halloween Advent Calendar, and I've said this in a lot of other videos. They change the name depending on what time of year, so it's Bluebird for Halloween, and I forgot what it is. They do it for Christmas too. Or winter, I forgot. But this is really nice. If I ever get through all my cuticle stuff, which I'm actually doing pretty good, I would consider buying a cuticle balm from them. It was really, really nice, and it stayed on. As a declutter, let me finish my Empties. This I've had for, I don't know how long. Oh, it expired in 2022. But I didn't notice anything different. It's from Karuna. It's the clarifying face mask. I don't have acne that much anymore as I've gotten older. The one good thing is my skin cleared up a lot. And I just have to deal with the wrinkles. But every once in a while I'll get a blemish, but it seems to go away pretty quick, which I'm happy about. I don't know why all this stuff couldn't happen when I was younger. So I had to fight with it all. This was in a project. I still have 2 sets of these that I bought from pharmacy, the Peaches and Clean Green Clean. And I love this, and I am so unhappy that they've reformulated. And I also was looking at the reviews on Sephora, and there's quite a few negative, and then somebody wrote that they were bought out by Procter & Gamble. So maybe that's why they reformulated. I don't know, but I went to Sephora the other day and I smelled the new one, and I didn't care for the scent. And it felt a little waxy, so I'm super disappointed. So now I gotta find another balm. But yeah, you can see my eye makeup in there. I gotta clean that out. So love this. I will cherish the ones I have. Yeah, I found in TJ Maxx the Clearly Clean, I think it's called, the one without scent. These are declutters. Let me just see what else I got in here. Oh, I finished this. This is nice. Dionysus Creamy Coconut and Oats Goat Milk Hand Cream. I'm using another one in lavender. Wasn't a huge fan of the scent. I think it was the oats part because I do like coconut, but it's a nice hand cream. So going through a bunch of hand creams. And then this one are the Empties. This is from Glow Recipe. This is the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I had this in some project. I don't remember what it was. Can't remember anything anymore. And since it was in a project, I consistently used it, and I really liked how my skin looked. And I think I have some, like, I don't know if they're age or sunspots, like under my eye on the cheekbone, and they're not gone or anything. I don't think it's capable of doing that, but I really think they lightened a little. I mean, I've got to the point where I just kind of accepted it, so it's not like I'm going to go see if I can get them peeled off. I don't even know if they could do anything about it, but it's nice sometimes to not have to layer the Shape Tape on, which sometimes that wouldn't even cover. So let me do, this is just a wax melt. I don't put this in the dollar amount. This is from Scotland Scents, which I have a ton of, and I bought some new ones. This is bourbon butterscotch. So it's butterscotch, bourbon whiskey, and vanilla. And I can't remember, I've been burning. Yeah, this isn't bad. It's a little sweet from the butterscotch, but it's not bad. I don't know if that would be on my top repurchase, but I do like their wax melts. These are declutters. This one's for Lotion of Immortality. Everything's shiny, fresh strawberries and champagne at a fancy shindig. This was white when I bought it. This is another thing where I keep buying too much. It's got a weird smell to it. Textures change, so I'm just, it's a cute, if I didn't tell you, it's a cuticle balm. So, or it's more like a lotion. It's not really thick, so I'm going to toss this. Unfortunately, I had it in a drawer that I totally forgot about. This is from ColourPop. This was in my Color Pan project. If you saw that, you know what happened to it. This is Tassel. And I wasn't going to keep it. And, well, I guess, yeah, it was broken, so I really couldn't donate it or anything. But when I went to get some of the crumbs out, I just tossed it, you know, I was just going to chuck it a little bit over the garbage, and it all fell out. So, which is fine, because, like I said, I was planning on keeping it anyway. It's just not something I'm going to wear. I don't even know why I bought it, or it's so old that that was what I would wear years ago. I don't really remember. And this other one, is nothing wrong with this. It's KVD's light brown pomade. It's just dry. Actually, it's drying out. I've put Duraline in it a few times. I can't use it in my brows. For me, I don't like the pomade. I'm heavy-handed. I'm not good at brows, so it just looks like a mess. I was using it as a liner for a while, but it's not really dark on me, and it doesn't really go on that well anymore. So I'm just going to let it go. I've got a bunch of pencils, and I haven't been lining too much, like the waterline this much. I go in phases. So I'm just going to get rid of that. I don't need to hang on to it. I've still got the black one, because this is still good. This one's actually, I don't know if it's because of the pigment. This one goes on fine, and it's still creamy. So I'll hang on to the black one. And that is it for my empties and my declutters. Whatever amount I just put on the screen is, like I said, is not the declutter and not the wax melt. It's just this stuff. It's not that much as it was last month. I could just tell by looking at it. But I have a few getting ready to finish for the next month. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.